All right, this is breaking news, and I will be fair because the news here keeps being inconsistent. It's Netflix, it's Paramount, it's Warner. We don't really know. Let's be honest, we don't really know. So if Warner Brothers and Paramount merge, if this happens, is this good news? Kind of yes, kind of no. So let's figure out first the legalities, which are very confusing. So the basic gist, though, which seems on paper a good thing, is Friday the 13th is now, again, if Warner Brothers and Paramount do merge, which could still not happen for a lot of reasons. But if they do merge, yes, Friday the 13th will once again be one thing. I know this sounds great. Like, it was not one thing. There's been so many different rights for different parts of Jason. It's insane. But at least canonically, I would assume, well, we don't know for sure, the first 9 films. So part 1 to 9. So Friday the 13th, 1 to, right, Jason Goes to Hell will be under one company. What does this mean? Well, it means you can now release theatrically, technically the first one and the 9th one. So you can re-release all of them. So they can re-release the films in theaters. They can do remasters, and they can use the archive. So you might think, what? Is this really a big thing? Well, before there were a lot of problems. But from now on, if they do this, yes, you will be able to get a remastered version of part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, all the parts. Because before the rights were in different places at different times. Now, there's an added bonus problem that from now on, Friday the 13th name, clearly the movie universe, because we have the TV show, which is separate. The movie universe, the Friday the 13th movies, cannot use that title without permission. So this could go two ways. And I'm still struggling legally how this works out. So if you want a Friday the 13th movie using that title, you have to work with them. You can make a Jason film, presumably with a hockey mask and everything, but you can't call it Friday the 13th. I think this is how we got the infamous Jason X. So you can use Jason, advertise Jason, even Jason with the hockey mask, but you cannot use the title. So is that a big deal? I'm going to be extremist, yes. Because obviously, if you're watching Friday the 13th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the whole saga, and I've watched all of them, and I'll be fair, I've not revisited the early ones. To me, the later ones are stronger. So I'm more of a fanaticist for, right, part 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I know. Jason, Manhattan. No, it's a good film. It's a good film. We'll do more with Jason. And we've never gotten really a 10th film. So we can have that now. We can have Friday the 13th X. So that's pretty interesting. But it would be really stupid if we just have Jason again and they're like, oh, what is this? Oh, it's Jason. Oh, okay. Is it Friday? No, we can't call it Friday the 13th. It seems like a small thing, but among fans, we could just use the words. We could just use the title. Say, oh, what is it? Oh, it's Friday the 13th. Oh, we know what that means. Even with the TV universe, we know what it means. Oh, it's a TV. Oh, it's a movie. Oh, okay, I know what that is. Oh, it's Jason. Yeah, it's Jason. Now there are going to be separate canons, separate universes. It's so bizarre. It's like having Halloween films, which we've had without Michael Myers. Okay, we can do that. And Halloween with Michael Myers. Okay, we can do that too. But imagine we will just have films called Michael Myers Part 1, Michael Myers Part 2, Michael Myers Part 3. And you're like, why can't you? Oh, we can't do that legally. But it's Halloween. Oh, well, legalities. Now, luckily, good or bad, Michael is with the Halloween franchise, good or bad. So when you talk about Halloween, you can talk about Michael Myers. When you talk about Halloween, you can talk about Season of the Witch. Halloween, John Carpenter. It's no problem. But now with Jason, this thing could get all really confusing all over the place. So, yes, if you like the classic films, this is great. And I do like the classic films. Like, would I pay for a re-release or a 4K for, like, right, one of the early ones, like Part 4, I know a lot of people like Part 5. I don't really care. But like Jason Lives. That would be astonishing. That would sell, and it's good. That's a good idea because Jason Lives is an excellent film. And imagine they could really upgrade it. So that's a film worth paying for. But now we get the downside that we're still locked technically in a lot of legalities. So we're going to have separate universes, right? So you wonder the obvious, like, why are they calling Crystal Lake Crystal Lake? Because they can't use Friday the 13th. And I thought this was clarified, but apparently it's not. So it's going to sound weird. We're going to have, technically speaking, potentially 3 Jason universes. We're going to have the Friday the 13th universe, right? Officially, the official Friday the 13th. We're going to have Jason films with just Jason, but you can't use the Friday the 13th label. You can't. You can't use the title. And we're going to have this whole streaming universe that's Crystal Lake Jason, not Friday the 13th Jason. That you can't do that. That's false advertising. It's so ridiculous. And when you think it through, the implications are insane. So now we could potentially have 5 different Jason universes, because Jason X will now be its own thing, because it's not Friday the 13th. It's not part of the Friday the 13th series. And what about Freddy versus Jason? Oh, that's another thing. So it's like, and again, listen, I don't love Freddy versus Jason as much as other people, but Freddy was fun. It was a fun chapter. But the only reason they were able to do it is it's not Friday the 13th. It's like, this is so ridiculous and insane. It's like, wow, how is this happening? It's because, which is good. I like writers. I'm a writer. It's good the writers have the rights again. But it just shows that this thing has become a cobbled mess. So this is not a joke. We could have 5 to 6 Jason projects in 6 different universes for no reason, because we can't use Friday the 13th. So the good news is we will have a Friday the 13th universe. If Paramount and Warner Brothers are one thing, that will be its universe. There will be the original Friday the 13th universe. Now, again, maybe these other things will be better. Maybe the prequel series will be great. But we've lost Friday the 13th. Like before, it was so simple. It's like Friday the 13th, it's a Jason film. Now, we have no clue for various legal reasons. And where's Pam in all this? I would assume, like, the good news is Jason, Pam, the hockey mask, obviously, Warner Brothers, Paramount can probably use all that. Probably. But, you know, the first film, I think, is owned by a different... It's so ridiculous. But I think, basically, Jason and Pam are safe there. But I don't know. It's just so silly and bizarre. Again, and those were not bad films. I think Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason, they're not great, but they're interesting side projects. Like it or not, those are going to be their own universes with their own sequels. And they'll be their own canon. And it's just like, huh? Right? And I mean, again, believe me, I don't love Freddy vs. Jason, but one good thing is we have Pam, technically. We have a little bit of Pam in that. Can future films use Pam? Probably not. Like, we're going to have the Pam universe, the Jason universe, the Friday the 13th. Oh my God, it's such a headache. This is so freaking stupid. But, good or bad, classic Jason will now have a home. It will be unified. I mean, it could be worse. Imagine if you're a fan, and you want to watch part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And part 9, oh no, that's a separate company. That's a separate streaming service. Imagine that. So, good or bad, potentially, which is astonishing when you think about it, potentially in the future, and really fast too, by the way, you can see every Friday the 13th, one service, all the way through. You can just see part 1 to 9 with one company, one service. That's it. Forever. Well, streaming will change. That's astonishing. I mean, back in the day, you had marathons, but you had commercial breaks, or they changed things, they censored things. You can now see, maybe they can use the original. So we may be able to see the original versions of all the films, 1 to 9, on DVD and streaming. So potentially, this is a big win for fans. So if you're a hardcore Jason guy, which I am, but it is like, there's a monkey paw. There's a monkey paw that we're still going to get separate universes, which is inevitable, but it could get really stupid. We could get up to 6 to 7 Jason universes for no reason. Because the corporations cannot just, no, they're too greedy. We want our own Jason, mommy. So it's a headache. But still, if the merger happens, Jason fans will have access to the originals for the first time. So that's good. That's good. But I'm sensing there's going to be a downside. So, but there we go. I'll keep you guys updated. Please have a good day. More Jason, more Freddy, and more Scream coming. Have a good day.